Hello Aries gang, what's up? Welcome to my channel, Tarot by the Intuitive Teacup. My name's Annie. We are going to read your tarot cards here today. Ooh, they're popping Aries. Deck's upside down. We're going to start with love, then transition into money. Please come into this reading with an open heart and an open mind. If it's not your message, if it doesn't resonate, push it aside. It may resonate for you at a later date, or sometimes not at all. I want you to feel motivated, inspired, empowered after watching this. And if you're not feeling that way, again, maybe shelve the messages. They might not be yours this week. Yeah, let's do it. You are accountable and responsible for all your own actions and decisions. All the cards, Aries. You have all the cards. I love that Ace of Swords. It's one of my favorites. All right, so starting off in terms of love, you, if you are an Aries sun, are a fire sign. We have a King of Air and a Queen of Earth. So Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. It could mean a multitude of things too, but I feel like we're supposed to see these people as a pair. Are you looking at your parents' relationship and doing some heavy thinking about what it is that you want? Yeah, because interesting, there's you. It's so funny. This never happens, but sometimes I'm like, I feel like neither one of these are you. I don't know if you're peering in on a relationship that is already established and you're wishing you were with one of them or you know, something of the sort. Let's see, what's going on here? I swear, yeah, these came out in this order for a reason. And whether you're male or female, I was picking up that this is you. Yeah, okay, so here's what I get from this. You're killing time hoping that this relationship ends. And obviously this won't be everyone's message, right? If it's not your message, that's fine. I'm not even sure if this message is great. Just me reading it already, I'm kind of like, ugh, this seems like it could be tricky. I think you're, what's the term, biding your time? Trying to stay calm and collected, but you're thinking about this. And some of you may even be casting a negative energy, hoping that this ends. So in the meantime, it's like you're going out and dating, or you're possibly entertaining offers from other people on the surface, but really you have your eyes set on the prize and you're hoping that something from the past comes back around. So again, gender isn't really as important to me as a reader, but possibly something with an earth sign or an air sign. There could be some circumstance too. I'm not necessarily thinking it's third party, but there could be a group of friends. And let's just say, for instance, you were interested in this possible Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Of the group of friends, it's like he may be entertaining going out with this one. And you're like, but that's my man. Like I thought, you know what I mean? I don't know if he or she is your person though, because it seems like those two came out together, like these two. And then there's this one. If you strongly resonate with Earth, you know, if you have an earthy moon or an earthy rising or whatever, right? The same with the air kind of stuff here. If this is you, then I do think that there's, how do I want to say, like the other woman is sort of how it's being relayed to me. It doesn't necessarily indicate infidelity. We'll pull some on that. I would just be really careful what you are wishing and willing into existence, because it's kind of setting you up for some tricky energy if you are kind of praying and meditating that and hoping that this fails, like setting bad intentions for this couple. Well, what happens if you do end up with this person and then this person ends up doing that too, right? So just be careful what you wish for, that kind of thing. Of course, not all of you have that kind of, you know, intent in mind. I'm just putting it out there. And I will say too, if this person really does mean the world to you, even if this is your friend, be happy for them. Again, that's setting yourself up for good karma, because maybe this doesn't work out, right? Maybe through no fault of your own, it's just not a good mix. And so I think in the long run, if this were to come back around, and it might with judgment, it might, I think you would be happy that you wish this person the best, right? It really shows a strength of character to love them despite them not choosing you as a romantic prospect. And I know that's hard, Aries, right? It takes a really big person to be able to do that. That would be my general advice or guidance. For others of you, this could represent some sort of family dynamic, especially if you are a parent with a child. Let me see what that message is. You may have a child who's coming out as being interested in a different sex or a different gender. And I think it's saying it might be a very deep, important conversation where both people involved or all people involved are expressing a lot of heartfelt emotions. But it's saying give yourself a break, give yourself a breather in terms of not expressing everything you are thinking. Sometimes it's better to say less than more. And I think to be open-minded. King of Swords is very open-minded. He's very futuristic, innovative in his thinking. So male, female, whoever this is. Yeah, there may, especially a child, like a teenage daughter is what I'm getting, may come forward saying that she's expressing interest in dating someone. I will say this, who goes against your original idea of what you thought. There's sort of like a switcheroo, or there's something, it's not, I wouldn't say it's shocking. It doesn't even seem that big. It's just like unexpected. I think I would say it's unexpected. It doesn't look bad. It doesn't look dangerous. It doesn't look, yeah, like I don't see anything wrong with it other than you being like, oh, okay, I have to think about this because this is like a whole new thing. So anyway, put yourself in their position, right? You know, I think, whatever. That's the message. You can react to it however you like. Some of you may have gotten news that like an old flame is actually getting married, is moving forward with some sort of long-term established commitment. Yeah, I think a lot of you are peering on social media and yeah, which is not always a healthy choice, like looking up your exes on social. That can be very tricky. There is a little bit of a temptress vibe here too, so I don't know who this is. I do see this person potentially, if they're having a rough day, maybe instigating something with someone who they know is already involved. Again, don't love that message. It just seems like it's not coming from a good place in terms of this person owning their confidence and their power and, yeah, choosing the light versus the dark. This person may kind of, they're tempted to sort of act on an impulse that might not be coming from from a place of clarity. Let's put it that way, right? I'm never here to judge anyone or make them feel bad, but I'm just like, ooh, there's a reason why there's all these cards in between these two people. I hope you guys can sort of understand that with me here. Let's get a new message, or let's see, do I need to clarify anything else here? Yeah, I think a lot of you are waiting on an air sign, a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. You're waiting for them to come around. I think the universe is trying to get you to see something new. I think they are encouraging you to go towards something new, but try as you might, your mind just keeps traveling to the past. Some of you may literally be traveling back to an old residence or an old college or an old school, I don't know, something that you used to frequent, some sort of, it could be a pub or it could be a concert venue. Something about you may travel to go back to the past and do something, especially with another friend, a cousin, a family member, who is also a fire sign, an Aries, Leo, Sag. Tell me about this new love. I feel like the universe is asking you to focus on that. What can I tell Aries about it? It might be a water sign expresses interest in you. And I don't know, you may decline the offer because you're holding out for someone from the past. That's a tricky spot to put yourself in. I wouldn't deny yourself the opportunity to at least meet and socialize with new people if you're not in a firm commitment. And especially for those who know that the person they're wanting they're tied up with someone else, let it go. Trying to control this even through means of like energy work is probably not the best expression or use of your time. I would go into friendships, right? Let's just call them that, with an open mind, because there may actually be some substantial feelings there. King of Hearts, I like that. Is my deck upside down? You pierce my soul. I am half agony, half hope. Jane Austen Tarot. Those both came out in reverse, which is interesting. Well, I guess maybe my deck is upside down. I just saw books. Something about literature. Are you a writer? Or, I don't know. Something about books. Or school. Returning to an old school. There could be like a high school or college reunion or something about a library. I know that's so random. It's not going to make sense to all of you, but anyway. You may meet someone in like a bookstore. I know that sounds real rom-com, but believe it or not, it does happen. Did you write something for someone? Did you help them write a letter? Did you help them write a job, what do you call it, application? But it would be something where they had to write a significant thing about themselves. This might be another friend. they keep it. They hold it near and dear to their heart because you help them with it. It could even be an object like a piece of clothing or I don't know. It seems very like giggly high school, like middle school girl. Like, oh, I'm gonna keep the pen because he touched it. There's something about that. Like someone is holding on to an object that you gave them or you helped them with, and it may either as a person who does writing for a living or as a hobby for pleasure, or it's like a book you gave them and they never returned it to you because they love you. I gotta be honest. Like they have some sentimental thing that you gave them, or there was like a shared memory or a shared experience there. If that doesn't make sense to you, that might be something that makes sense later. Is there a reason why you would exchange books, or why you would, I don't know, you gifted someone a book or let them borrow a book? I know, I'm rambling, but that's important. Yeah, let's do this. Could be someone who's a teacher or a professor, someone who writes poetry. You may have written a poem for someone, or vice versa. This person may end up writing a poem for you. There might be someone writing a poem about you, and they probably, I don't know if they'll share it with you. I'm not sure if you would know that or not. This person has eyes for Aries. Or if this is you, I mean, you may have newfound affections or feelings for a water sign, a Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. What's this about? Someone who wears very heavy eye makeup, like mascara, someone who's really into like the punk rock scene. I don't know. This might be someone your parents or your family doesn't approve of. It's like they're like a black egg. They're a dark energy. There's something too rebellious or there's something too wild about them. You seem to be infatuated with them, but I'm also kind of hearing a really negative word. I'm trying to rephrase it. Like there's something kind of like bear with me, Aries. Please don't attack me. There's something kind of like trashy about it. And I don't know if it's the way they dress, and like, who am I to judge? I have no say in this per se, or my opinion doesn't matter. What I'm getting is there's something like, again, I don't think it has to do with money. It's not about money. It's not about looks and aesthetic. It's about the values of this person holds. They're kind of trashy. Like I don't think this person is all about exclusivity. I think this person has multiple partners. And again, I'm not judging, but there's something about it that you are, I don't know, some days it's like you're willing to negotiate with that fact, and other times it's like that's not a good mix for you. Like I feel like it's someone who maybe wants an open relationship, or and again, I'm not judging. I'm fine with that. I kind of heard there's something that's, I don't know if, I think trashy is not the right word because it has such a negative connotation, but there's something unusual or sinister. Like I'm getting that kind of vibe here. There's also something, it's like you want to know something about this person and you keep prying to get it, to uncover it or get it open. And when you find out the truth, you're not going to like the truth. And I think the universe is trying to relay this to you in signs and signals around, but you're like, no, I know there's something here for me. I just have to be honest there. I don't think there is. I think you're going to be surprised in a negative way when you really kind of like penetrate whatever this is. I don't like it. There could even be like the idea of like, stealing food and whatever. Like there could be crime or a criminal record or something about stealing. I don't know. Or if they may have gifted you something and they stole it, like a piece of jewelry, or I don't know what this is. I don't love that. I'm sorry. I just don't. That might be someone you're infatuated with. And, take it if you want it. If not, you're going to do what you want to do. Tell me about this other one, the shark. This person is intimidated by you. There might be something very specific about their teeth, too, especially if they're a Capricorn. Something about the teeth or the bones or the skin. Those are all kind of Capricorn-related things. They may have like a gap tooth or a gold tooth, or there might be, or something specific about their smile. That'll be for a few of you. This person may also have an accent, different than yours. They may have a different upbringing, but they may have like a foreign accent. This person thinks you're a showstopper. Like they think you are stunning. But they're a little bit intimidated by you. So I'm not sure that they're coming forward with their feelings because I think they sense that you're going to reject them. And they also sense that they're in competition for your affection. I don't know if that's true. That's just their perception of it. Again, someone who has very strong water in their chart, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, or possibly Earth, it's like they keep wanting to work up the courage to do something or say something. And the thing is, you might know this person, not all of you will, but for some of you it's like a friend or a friend of the family or something, and they want to ask you out, but they're shy. They're very shy. Like there's like a Pisces vibe here. It's like they write poetry and they're dreamy and they're a hopeless romantic, and so let me ask this. What is Aries, if Aries finds out who this is or if they know who this is, what is the vibe on Aries' end? Are they even going to consider this? I can already tell for some of you, you're focused on the wrong one. And I think Spirit is saying, this is not going to bring you peace of mind. You like cut that one out. Let it, I don't know what that is. I don't like it. I just don't. It's like, there's very much like, I'm going to chase the bad boy or the bad girl. There's something kind of like, it's dangerous and it's fun. It's not that fun. It could get you in trouble with the law. Ace of Swords. There could be like legal issues there. I'm not sure. So here's the thing. This person could bring you a lot of pleasure. This person could bring you a lot of fun. If you have, there's some strong connection to children. So if you have children, this person would love to, be in your child's life, or this person may have a child. I don't know what that means to you. This could be a childhood friend. There's something to do with childhood here. I think this person is highly creative. This person likes to travel, and they generally have a very positive, upbeat persona around you. It's not to say that in private this person doesn't cry and mourn and have a very deep side. They do, but they don't show that side to you because they think you appreciate more of the optimism and positivity. And I'm sure you do, but it's almost like this person only feels comfortable showing part of themselves to you. Over time, I think this has the potential to like bloom and blossom and open up in a nice way. But you have to determine what you're going to go after, because you may even have a couple exes that you're peeking in on, and both of those seem to be, at least at the time, closed doors. I like this one, but for some reason it doesn't seem to be your main focus right now. And I mean, only you know why, but that's sort of what I got here. Okay, let's move away from that and let's talk about money. All right. For Aries, for my Aries gang. Can I tell Aries about money? What's coming up for Page of Wands? Ideas and heartache. I'm almost getting the idea of like muscle pulls or muscle aches. Especially if your job is very labor intensive in like a physical capacity, if you're lifting or pushing or pulling or shifting, or some of you are just in like, I know this is so small, but some of you have really bad like bad ergonomic type like desk furniture. Like if you work an office job, I don't know why that's coming through. I am going to talk about your money, but there's something about focusing on your body's health, or I don't know, some of you just like you need to get a massage or like work something out. You're like really, there's tension in your body. I don't know why that's coming. Or maybe you're a masseuse, right? Maybe some of you, that's what you do for a living, but there's like tension, like backaches and muscle pulls. Anyway, I don't know why that's coming through. Some of you are going to go antiquing, or you're going to sell old furniture. Something about a barn. I don't know what that is. I don't know if you own a big piece of land and you're going to work with animals, or I don't know. Yeah, something about a barn. Old things. Antique. I'm hearing the word vintage. Collector's edition. I'm not sure what that is. You have a flair for drama. Don't doubt yourself this week. Uncertainty, it's like move past it. Say the thing you want to say. You may actually, if some of you may already work as this, but if you have some sort of job where you're on the phone selling things or on the sales floor selling things, You're very quick with your words this week, and you're actually very convincing. So even if you're new to this job, if you're still kind of training to do it, don't doubt yourself. It's worth taking the risk to try it and then sort of, doctor it up if it, I don't want to say it fails, but if something doesn't go the way you intended, or you get notes or critiques or criticism, it's fine. I mean, just the fact that you're moving forward and trying something, it makes you look good, but also it's going to build your confidence. It's not a week to stay silent. If there's something like you're concerned about at your job, you should absolutely vocalize it. That's really important. Yeah, there's some sort of idea, and the universe is asking you to move on it even though you're uncertain. And you may be doing it out of like diplomacy, or not wanting to rock the boat or say the wrong thing, or anticipating this conversation could go so bad, I'm just going to shelve it, I'm going to wait. Or if it has to do with a coworker, it's like, oh, whatever, they didn't mean to, I'm just going to let them get away with it, or not say something. No, you need to say something. It's not a time to remain silent and like suffer in silence. You need to vocalize it, because this could actually be a very small issue where if it is like, I don't know, like an HR issue, if you say something, you can nip it in the bud before it becomes a larger problem. If you don't say something, I think you would regret it, because then it's going to be even more challenging in the coming weeks, right? So main message here, speak up. Say that thing you want to say. Some of you are going to be asked to give a speech, or you may even have to perform on stage, right? Acting, singing, dancing, whatever this is. There's something very soothing about your voice this week too, so you may incorporate that into your sales pitch, or to like your shtick, however you sell your thing or do the thing. You may be very focused on your throat chakra, or doing throat chakra healing work. There's something about the voice coach. Oh, okay. So some of you may be coaching vocals, like vocal ranges, and I don't know what that is, but you get the shtick. It's coming up in your reading, so if it's a confirmation for you, awesome. Take it and run with it. Actually, let's do this deck. Tell me a little bit more about the money. Ooh, saving for a big expenditure. Saving for property, land, a house. Some of you are going to end up working at like a fancy hotel, or banquets, events, something where you would have to dress really nice. You may be giving demonstrations or lectures. You may be walking people, I'm hearing curator. You may be walking around and giving guided tours, or doing something with, again, history, museums, things of the past. Some of you may be giving like, ghost tours for Halloween, or something about, and it's gonna get you out of your comfort zone, but I actually think it would be tremendously fun for you. You have, whether you choose to use it this way or not, you have a great ability to entertain and command the room. You have a very powerful presence. So if you're not leaning into that in the coming weeks, you should take advantage of it, right? That's a gift in itself. I think some of you just need to be reminded of that, because it has something to do with your childhood. You were silenced, or you were told that you weren't good enough as a child, and the universe is like, that's not true. You know that's not true. So now you got to spread your wings and fly. Something good here. Crossroads with a gentleman. So some of you are, okay. These messages are cool this week. Some of you are going to get some sort of job opportunity that would require you to move, and it really puts your relationship at a standstill. For some of you, it's something new-ish with the Page of Wands, kind of like, new sparks in romance. But for some reason, I'm getting this idea that for some reason, your person probably wouldn't be able to move with you, or, if it's not appropriate that you would be living together at this point, whatever that even means, right? But, if that makes sense to you, it's like you're just dating, but it's not anything super exclusive. It may put a wedge in the relationship just simply because of the distance. Again, there's that message about someone gifting something from the heart. It's like you lend them a book, or they give you a piece of jewelry, or there's an exchange of a very important object. And I feel like the universe is telling me to say this is put on pause, but this is not over yet. And for some of you, you're like, well, there's no possible way. Like, I'm moving out of the country or a different coast, and that's fine. You don't need to save yourself for this person. That was that whole message before, right? The only reason I'm bringing this up because it's being repeated to me several times over. Allow this to be put on pause, but like, make it a clean break. Like, you don't owe this person anything. Make it a clean break. Assume you're not going to date them. But something about this is very strong, and I do think it is going to come back around, possibly even in like a couple years. Just putting it out there. Let's wrap it up and get one more message about money. deck do I want to use? Yeah, let's do, well, yeah, we'll do this one. You may just be putting a lot of money into big purchases like, cars, houses, I don't know, what are some other big purchases? Some of you may be saving tuition, especially to send your kids off to college or to university. Oof. Some of you are spending money like water. You need to have better spending habits. It seems like you're just barely paying the bills, like you're just barely getting by. So just, you can always reverse that, but you need to be aware of the problem first. I think really it's not a message to fear. It's saying you're going to have really big, exciting things coming up. So make sure you are able to do it when the opportunity presents, because otherwise you're going to be like, oh, why did I buy that whole new wardrobe? And now you know what I mean? Like, save for the good stuff. When you're bored, that's not a good time to just go, window shopping, because it never ends in just window shopping, right? It ends with, very long receipt later. Some of you are going to be gymnasts, or you're training for some sort of athletic competition, or almost, like a Tough Mudder or something. I don't know why that's coming through in career, but some of you are just really focused on getting your body in shape. Some of you are going on some sort of dietary restriction, and that may have even been brought on by like a medical professional, not me, I am not a medical professional, but yeah, I see something about restriction of diet or not eating certain foods, and it may even have to do with a certain location you're living in. There could be restrictions on like the produce that's coming to you. I don't know why that's coming through. Maybe that's your job, maybe you work in that kind of, I don't know what that is. Yeah, there's like restrictions, especially like overseas, or some sort of unique, it could be merchandise. It doesn't have to be food, but something unique to a specific place or country or location. There's going to be, I'm hearing stoppage. That's not a word. Restrictions. You know what I'm trying to say. It's constricted. Getting the merchandise and the goods, it's not going to happen. And that may even just relate if you're ordering something online and you're like, okay, well, I don't need it for 3 weeks. I should be good. If you really need it in 3 weeks, like at an absolute deadline, I would not order it, because it's not going to come in time. Like quite literally, like shipments to the house, they're not going to come in time. King of Wands in the World. Ooh, this looks kind of sexy. You guys seeing that? He's like, oh, hello. Some of you are going to be dancers. Some of you are like exotic dancers, or like, what do you call it? You know what I mean? No judgment. That's cool. Good for you. But that might be the reason you're trying to get your body in shape. You may be a gymnast or an athlete or a model. If that's the case, you may be asked to do like very lightly clothed modeling or nude modeling or something. The thing is, for most of you, you look happy doing it. Yes, I know that's a very specific message. I know I've lost most of you already just with that message, but I don't know what that is. I don't know if I like this guy's vibe. I do think there's someone who's interested in you, and they may even recruit you to work for them. And I'm not trying to make this like some gangster mobster film, but there's some, especially if you are in the entertainment industry. I'm going to leave it at that. If something where you entertain, or you're on stage, or you're in the limelight, that looks great. I think you love it. You get pleasure from it. You're a dynamo. Awesome. Great. That's cool. There's someone who sees you and like, oh, you should come work for me. I don't like this person's vibe, because it's like they're all about the sex. It really is like they're pretending it has to do with your talent or something. Like they're promising you, oh, I can get you this agent and this person and blah blah blah. And initially it sounds very exciting, but I think it's saying don't be too impulsive to sign a contract with this person, especially because Mercury's in retrograde right now. It won't last for some reason or another. If you sign a contract specifically in that type of scenario, I don't know. I don't like this guy's vibe. I don't know what else to say about it, but yeah, bottom of the deck is 8 of Cups. It's like having to walk away from something emotionally, but really kind of, and in this depiction, it's like his little boat is sinking there, like it withered away, cups have spilled. You would have to recover from this. Something about joining this person's team, you may have to spend money to get in the company, or yeah, okay, that's important. Any job that you're applying for, if they're saying, okay, we'll do this, but you have to purchase this first, or you have to, pay us this amount and we'll promote your business, absolutely not. You should not be, and this is specific to the next couple weeks, the next month or so. if someone is saying, yeah, you have to do this, but you have to spend this money first, absolutely not. It's a scam. And you're going to realize that later. So I hope I saved you the time. I'm never trying to do fear-based messages. That's the message here. It's like this person almost has like a trickster magician vibe to them. There's like, there's illusions. There's illusions to what this person can really offer you. And for some of you, it's like a sexual conquest. I just have to say it. All right. All right, that's a weird note to end on, but that's what I got for you this week. Okay, thanks for joining me today, Aries. Please remember to like the video, subscribe to my channel, book a personal if you want to know more about this or if you want something catered to your own energy and inquiries. Other than that, I will see you very soon for more tarot. Bye, Aries.